For those of you just tuning in, this is Jake Boldman, great lead trumpet player, just recently put on hiatus because of COVID. Tell us about what you were doing with this Broadway show touring around the United States.
Yeah, so it's the first national tour of Escape to Margaritaville. It's a show basically written around a bunch of Jimmy Buffett tunes. Um, and so we started in Providence, Rhode Island, and tech there for a couple of weeks, and did some I want to say like a week or two of previews, and then opened the show and went from there. And for the most part, we stick in cities for about a week. Um, every now and then we'll hit a couple cities in a row where we're only there for 1 or 2 nights, and those are always long days, especially for people on the crew.
Yeah.
They got really really long days, and they're putting all this stuff together, and just it's super professional, and they don't get to make mistakes with setting that stuff up. So it's pretty impressive on those long days what they can get done. So yeah, and let's see, the last place we were in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we actually never played a show there. We were driving from oh no, we were driving from Pueblo, I think.
Yeah, this is perfect for those
Yeah.
of you that don't know life on the road. It seems all glamorous and how awesome. There are many awesome things about it, but there is the other side. I don't know where the heck I was. You didn't
Yeah.
actually get to see the town. You actually just go, "Oh, we're in a new city and now we're playing the show at 7:30 tonight."
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know what day it is. Don't know where I'm at, but I know I got to be at this theater down the road at 7:30. So
Yes.
so yeah, we were coming from there, and we were on the bus driving, and we were about halfway to Albuquerque, and our manager got on the microphone in the bus and was like, "Just a heads up, we're not playing in Albuquerque this weekend, so enjoy the week and don't get into too much trouble, and we'll." Then it was like it kind of hit the fan after that, and it's like, hey, instead of going to wherever on Monday, you're going home.
And they flew
And
you out of Albuquerque?
yep.
You were enjoying the tour and you enjoyed the playing every night and the challenge of trying to perfect the show and really nail everything?
Yeah, so it's not the hardest show that I've ever played. It's one of the easier ones, but there are still moments of difficulty, I guess, with you're just picking notes out. Sometimes hitting the same note over and over and over again. And yeah, so I think at a certain point you have to get into the consistency
Yeah.
part of playing, because you're at that point you could I had most of the show memorized, and you're kind of just flipping through the pages. I was starting to dig in to see how perfect I could play the show, and how clean I could get it. I wasn't really focused on not making mistakes. It was more of like getting that good feeling on every note than lines and things like that. So it was interesting, because you get pretty sick and tired of playing the same thing over and over again quickly. Um, and so yeah, I think you almost kind of have to find new ways to shed while you're performing. At least that's what I was trying to do, and just keep it fresh. And I'm really going to focus on, like, my articulation feels great today, so I'm going to focus on really getting that clean and getting that feeling going. And
If you have a week in one city versus three or four one-nighters, do you notice a difference in your chops or the way you feel physically?
not really, just because I think I will say that climate plays a factor into that. I know that you understand that, being a brass player too, and I'm sure that reads, and it affects musicians a lot of ways. But
Oh, yeah.
for us, our chops are affected, and if you're not drinking enough water, um, that can affect it. And so I think that's the thing that I noticed the most, as far as like chop wise and like playing through the show. It was like it's usually fine. I felt about the same at the end of show and then like beginning of show as well, just because I think you're playing so much consistently
Yeah.
that your chops are kind of constantly warmed up, and I was still doing routine and stuff. But for the most part, I think I was just in that mode playing all the
That's
time.
yeah, and that really is just like working out, right? It's you get a
Yeah.
certain level of fitness and you're cool. It's just I really noticed it when I was touring with Tom Jones. That's already 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, but we'd tour all over different places, and then we'd be in Vegas 4 times a year for 2 weeks at a time at the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks straight, just in the same place, playing like an hour and 15 minutes every night. And so you'd unpack your bags and you get to be in the room and you just feel kind of like you're settled.
Yeah.
I definitely always enjoyed that because then you just know you have the whole day to warm up, practice, work out. I was working on my second CD then, so we were recording backstage or in the room and have a whole
Cool.
setup, and it
Yeah.
was really productive. But you can't do that stuff as easy when it's like boom, boom, boom. You got to really maintain yourself um,
Yeah.
as a brass player.